Hey everybody, welcome back to another game stream. We're playing some more Starfield. On Twitch, you can watch me at DMGRGN. On YouTube, Spider Does Things. Also look for Uncanny Media. UncannyMedia.net is the website where all of these things are collected and awesome things happen. Get this loaded up here. Customizations and stuff. I don't know about all that, but we're on Parima for some reason. I don't remember why. Let's go stuff. Apologize for the buzziness with my headset here. It's getting worse over time. I need a new headset apparently. Even though it sounds great to me when everything's working fine, but I know there's got cracks and pops and things.
Maybe. Or maybe I could call them up myself and see how they feel about taking over Red Mile and relieving you of the burdens of management. I'm sure we could find ways to bolster the profits here.
Oh, you're welcome to try. But I have friends in high offices. You wouldn't want me to have to call in a favor, would you?
See, I think you're all talk, May. And one of these days, I might just call your bluff.
This job better be worth the credits.
Hey, anyway. Let's talk, you and me over here.
Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face,
Clueless?
I'm guessing you're
I
the
don't
new
think so.
deputy.
I am the new deputy.
Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
What's this I hear about you giving one of my crew?
I hope so. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact
right.
who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Mark.
May do something
If you're
stupid.
ready, my contact is here and follow me.
That's kind of dicey. I do stupid things all the time. In real life and in this, but you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, well, you better stop messing with my unit, or there are gonna be consequences.
Why does she talk like that?
You mean consequences like how you and your bloody weekend warriors
You said you'd be alone.
out of Red Mine?
Yeah, well, things
Thanks to you.
changed.
Barely able to
Take a seat.
fulfill my very lucrative contracts.
You'd rather go back to the days when this place was raided.
Who are you?
Can they shut up over there?
Sure. You can
Is that so?
The deputy
Mhm,
here
it is so.
meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the First? Why?
Meanwhile, here's some free advice.
Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
Well, yeah.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her
Just a
crew
small
stays
one.
out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation. He started moving in on my territory.
Kicking your ass.
Well, thanks for the economics lesson. But I think, look, the bad news is Marco's the good news is I know how to find him.
But
Okay,
you're not
spit it
gonna
out
tell us
then.
yet because you want some.
I want the same thing you do.
But like I said, getting a meeting with him, one of the few people who can arrange such a meeting.
May Divine. We've suspected
That
for
lady.
some time that Red
Yep.
Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Mark...
Yeah, well, so I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because she wants runners. Of course, people...
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence.
You've been a ranger long enough that two runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and you, on the other hand, are just a deputy.
I don't know, I'm
Pretty
getting
unlikely
pretty
that a lot of
famous.
people know you.
You don't have to do this. All right. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine, we'll wait here for you.
Try not to die. Do you know who you're talking to? I just cured my own contusions, my dislocated limbs. I was doing this whole thing with dislocated limbs. I bet you didn't know that. Hey, turn around and talk to me now.
Ah, I wonder. Is this the face of it? My name is May, and I'm...
Yeah, I bet it is.
Well, of course you are. How could you miss hearing about this settled... Why, even people from the most backwoods systems like Seoul have heard of the Red Mile.
I bet they have.
I'm happy to answer any other... That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy.
Yeah, well, I don't care about his privacy. I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
It's no small favor that you're asking. But yes.
Oh, alright.
Such a meeting. It's
Oh,
been
good.
too long
That'll
since
make it
we-
easy to shoot him in the face.
If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you...
Oh, you want me to dance for you?
Are you
Because I
prepared
don't
to
do that.
run the Red Mile?
Oh, is that all? Well, that's much easier.
Good. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets for my... That's what every runner says.
Yeah, well, every runner isn't me.
Good.
Good, she says. Good. Listen to her. Hear ye, everybody step right up and acknowledge me, because I'm now your tribal chief. I am the chief. You will give me all of your booze, and I will run this while completely drunk. I'm getting a good handle on it already.
Your attention, please. Valued patrons and honored guests. The one brave soul. The hour of fate. Yes, a runner has come to test the red.
It's not that bad. I give it an F.
Now,
Maybe a D minus.
as you contemplate your wages, do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in.
Well, I wonder if I'll do this without shooting anything. I wonder if they'll acknowledge something about that.
Go through the door and take the elevator
Hey, you.
down to where the
Acknowledge
battle
me.
begins.
Hey,
Activate the beacon
let's
at
get a date after this. You and me together.
Once you've done so, return here alive, and your run will be complete. Go now
Alright, well.
and see if you can survive the mile.
I'm not even gonna run. I'm just gonna walk, you know. I'm just gonna kind of jog a little bit. Oh, good luck. Ha, that's funny. Who do you think I am? Some Rube? Some Rubicon over here? Last chance. You got stuff to build in here. You know what? I'm not worried about that. Oh yeah, you actually have to use the elevator thing, or it won't count. Alright. Come on. Let's do this. Let's see what you got. Credits. You a dead guy, huh? What else do we got over here? Better have my flashlight on. I want to see where I'm going. Digipack. It's the latest CD from Rush. It's Digipack. I don't What if I take a leisurely stroll just around here, just, you know, not really doing anything to these creatures at all. Lithium. Do that. Do that. Scan you over there. Scan you over there too, huh? What you got? There's nothing but little, nice little creatures over here. They ain't gonna hurt me at all. Somebody's shooting at something though. Wonder who it is. Let me collect all these things over here. Alright. Scans of scans of scans. Alright, that's nice. That's very nice. Nothing problematic so far. We're just scanning stuff. We're just strolling along. Like, was this supposed to be difficult? Hey, Fire Panda, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's always nice to have somebody hanging out in the chat. I always stream kind of late at night, Eastern Standard Time, so I don't get a lot of people popping in from my time slot. We are playing modded Starfield, by the way, in case you wondered. I'm sure you probably knew what game it was, but we are modded. We're playing with mods tonight. So I'm not even going to fight any of these things. I'm just going to stroll here and see if I get anything out of it. Warrior's Ripshank, huh? Alright. Here we go. My streams are usually pretty chill. I mean, they get a little bit bumpy if I got the Alchemist joining in, but since he's not here, it's usually pretty calm, pretty chill. We don't get too excitable. Occasionally there's an off-the-color joke, but mostly everything's just pretty relaxed up in here. He's got some eggs over here. I think I don't need any eggs right now. What do you got? That issue a grunt. Is there anything down here that I should take? That's more lithium. I don't need any of that. Let's see. I've got the mod that gives me bonus experience so I can level up faster. As you can see, I'm level 340 because I like to be overpowered as often as I can. I'm using the Bethesda-approved Praetor suit that's like from Doom 2016 because I'm a big fan of Doom. And I have mods that increase my ship capacity. Let me have more people aboard. Various cosmetic things. I don't have anything that's strictly like... I mean, it's unbalanced just because of my level, but I don't have anything that's strictly designed just to be absolute running through everything. But I just naturally do that at the level that I'm at, so... Which is fine. I'm not a Dark Souls, Elden Ring, etc. style person. There are certain games that I'll play on super high difficulty, but most of the time I just like to have fun. I like to play on story mode and things just to experience the games, and I play a lot of walking simulators just because I like to experience the story. Was always a big fan of first-person shooters, but I am getting up there in age, and it's kind of difficult for me to keep up with some of that. That's why I don't play competitively. I don't play Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything. Well, I'll play the Call of Duty that has the story modes if they're good. Like I liked Modern Warfare 2, the older one. I haven't played the newer one. I played the older one, and I liked Ghosts okay, and various things. But I'm a story person. I'm not really a high challenge kind of person. Because life is challenging enough. I mean, that sounds a little philosophical, but that's how things are. I don't know what that was all about. Something. Anyway, turn our lantern back off. Our lantern. Do this. Let's have a little sip. Scratch my nose here. Don't mind me. Get that out of the way. Go over there.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed.
Yeah, I know.
You seem none. I'm not easily impressed. As promised, I'll
Didn't
send
even
you-
fire a shot.
Please take a moment to relax and enjoy.
Alright, she'll go do that. Let me check the leaderboard here. Where is the leaderboard? It's up there somewhere. It's over there. Don Reese. Current successful runs.
Barely able to fulfill my very lucrative contracts.
Yeah, see? I'm glad you get it. Because I've never been a PvP. Back in the day, I used to play Unreal Tournament when it was still new. And I'd play that at, like, LAN parties and things, and I did pretty well. But that's the last time I've ever been good at PvP, so I generally try to stay single player if I can help it. Or if I'm co-op, sometimes if I have people I know. I don't like playing with random people.
Really? Either the Red Mile's reputation is exaggerated, or
I
you're
played
just
Destiny
not
for quite a while.
Anyway,
The first one. I
I'm
didn't play the
relieved you
second
made it
one.
through
But I played the first one with
Where
Uncanny
you lose all
Alchemist
that
and
work
a
you
few
put
other
into your
people back in the
smuggling
day.
investigation?
And I put a lot of
fully
time into
expect
it,
you to
considering
understand.
how
All you see in people is what you can get from them.
cooperative it has to be with people. I'm not always a people person either.
We need rangers with that kind of
I get along with a small circle of
I
people.
owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, she's sorry about that.
You're right.
Don't worry about it.
Let's focus on the job. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
Always
I think she
focus
likes
on
me.
my little sister.
I'll go to
She's
hell.
trying to bust her
At
own
least
sister
make
for
yourself
smuggling.
useful and get us some drinks.
And they're gonna get drunk. That's okay. Family, right? Okay, let me go get this meeting here set up. Alright, what do you gotta say?
My promise, runner? You can
Yes,
find
it
Marco
is.
on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to.
Kodos and Kang.
He is not exactly.
I, for one, welcome our new alien overlords.
Then it's in all our interests that travel
Hmm.
safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again?
The challenge. Oh, that's the other thing. I have a modded. It's an ultimate stealth ring that makes me pretty much invisible to everything, except the people I talk to. So that's why I was able to waltz through that whole thing super easy. Usually I at least try to fight everything, but I wasn't feeling it. I've done that. I've played this game a bunch. I come back to it every so often because it's a decent. I know people didn't like it for whatever reason. It's got its problems, but I like Bethesda games in general. So I played Morrowind back in the day, Oblivion, Skyrim. I played Bethesda games before the Elder Scrolls were around. I played because they made Terminator games way back in the early 90s, late 80s. They made a pair of Terminator games. Oh, he's after me. You better not do that, sir. He's gonna try to get me. And I played the first Elder Scrolls game way back in '92. It was Elder Scrolls Arena, which you can play now. They released like a collection over sometime in the last 5-10 years, where you can replay them on PC. I don't have a PC that can handle it anymore. I'd definitely revisit it, but Elder Scrolls, like the first game, Arena, was not like the later ones. It was a lot more difficult in just scope and everything. It was fun though because it's the only game other than Elder Scrolls Online in the series where you can visit the entire continent of Tamriel. You can visit every province. In Morrowind, well, in Daggerfall you're only in a city. In Morrowind you're on the little island. In Skyrim you're in Skyrim, which is a province. And then Elder Scrolls Online you can go everywhere, but the game is really difficult. You have to cooperate with people or else you just can't make it. I tried playing it for the longest time and I just couldn't get headway. But Arena has the entire world, and it takes you days of real time to walk from one end of the continent to the other. And for a kid playing that game back in the day, it was staggering, absolutely staggering. I wish they'd remake it, but I don't know if they can. I feel like they can do it, but I don't know. It's a vast amount of space and an innumerable number of dungeons. It's huge. I'd love to play it again, though. I'd love for it to be remade, like remastered into modern graphics and everything. That'd be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Aluminum. Hey, there's critters around. I can hear them. They're going in the grass over there. This is an interesting ship this guy's got. It's too bad you can't steal it or anything. That'd be fun. Somebody just left their shoes up here? Alright.
You the runner? Boss is in the back.
Boss is in the back. Alright. Let's go talk to him. Let's go talk to the boss over there. Look at all this fancy stuff. Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I'll tell you, you're only king of two things right now, Jack and shit, and Jack left town. Alright, I'll take that. I'm just breaking into his little room here and taking his things, like, who cares, right? Who cares? Not me. He's got turrets and everything up there, like, I ain't worried about it. Breaking standing right there, and I'm just gonna go back into his little private room, like, da-da-da-da. Take his resources. What about guns? You got guns I want? That. This is pretty much too easy, though. I probably should have gone not quite so overboard with the mods on this one, but I'd played this so often straight up that it's not really a big issue. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'll get to it in a minute.
Welcome. May's message. If you're looking for work, my
Hey,
you did well
drop
to
the other
find
foot.
me. Though I suppose we haven't, given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but to be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a
Yeah, that's what it's going to end up being.
Still,
A big confrontation.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation.
Oh, I don't think you're grasping the situation, sir. I'm modded out, and I'm just going to shoot you in the face.
By my guard. I'm a businessman. I won't tell you everything. However, I can point you. I can't do that. How about I sweeten the deal? I have a better idea. The Council of Governors is a group of greedy and corrupt liars.
Well, yeah, that is kind of true.
Rangers to protect their own interests. Do you really think they give a damn about the people of the Freestar Collective?
Not really. But, you know, everybody's kind of out for themselves, so.
Whatever road brought you here.
Alright. Well, now it's time to do this. Let's do that. Recalibrate. Now all the turrets in the place are going to shoot everybody else. That's fun. I'm going to collect his credits over here. Do you have anything else informative that I should take? Rid of the cameras. Is there another camera in that room? There might have been. I'll go take a look. Oh yeah, there is. Make sure there's no cameras, nothing to stop me from what I've been doing. There, that's that taken care of. How about we turn that off, please? You need a lot of help. Anyway. Nope, I don't think you're gonna. Got him. Alright, now can we not do that anymore? Gotcha. It's a nice place. I mean, it's unfortunate that he's not going to be here for the rest of the journey, but it is a nice ship. I would love to keep it. but I can't. I can't do that. I already took that from you. Destroy that. Let's see. Let's go into a little private area over here. Settler poncho. I don't want one of those. Take the ammo. Butter. This got 3 sticks of butter. Just not even wrapped up. Just sitting here in the locker. You gotta love the random Bethesda item generation for some of this. Like, there's 3 sticks of butter just in there. Whatever. A stick of butter, yeah, a stick of butter, yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's shoot that. Is there anybody in the security office? Anything else that I need to get rid of here? Hey, they made a mess out of here. Goodness. Merlot, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. Alright. I feel like there's probably still a guy floating around here somewhere, but that's okay. I don't need to finish him off. Whoever it is. Alright, let's see you later, I guess. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. I've looked into some things like that, but I haven't seriously thought about it because I like storyline stuff of just amassing a fleet of ships, especially stuff that's well appointed like that. And this one's got all the parts to it. It looks like it's well built. You got the weapons, you got the shield back there, the docking connector. So it's not like there's any gameplay reason why you wouldn't be able to fly this around. Fuel cells, all the reactors and stuff, the engines. It's probably not quite as good as mine, but still, I like to collect stuff. Ouch. Alright. Let's fall gently to the ground. Okay, we gotta take that back to Aquila City. Oh, I did take a mod off that, because there was apparently a filter that they applied to some of the planets based on the type of sunlight that comes into them, which is probably realistic. Like, some suns are red suns and yellow suns and whatever. You know, if you know your Superman comics, then that kind of stuff. But I added a mod that took off those filters, so it all looks like natural lighting, which helps the planets all kind of look a bit more cohesive, and I think that's more fun. And I think I added more citizens, so the towns look busier. I added a mod so you can wear more clothing variety. A lot of cosmetic things, because that's what I like. I like cosmetic mods more than anything else. I like to change how things look and alter the graphics and that kind of stuff. And it's nice that you can do that on consoles these days. It used to be that you could only do that on PC, and it's been a long time since I did PC gaming. I used to build my own PCs and things and order the parts and upgrade them and things like that, but it's just time consuming and it's expensive, and I don't know. I know the graphics are better and I know the overall experience is slightly better, but it's just too much going on. It's a lot easier just to do a console these days and just in 5 to 10 years buy a new one when the next generation comes out. Come on, you're gonna come up. Let's talk.
Hey there, Deputy.
Come here, guy.
Good, good. If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom!
I guess
down
so.
they'll go. Oh, come to Daddy, you sweet little piece of technology.
He likes his work.
You go stalk your prey and...
He likes his work.
Come here, Deputy. Take a seat.
Alright, let's take a seat then.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked.
That's no good, is it?
Unfortunately, some didn't survive.
Ooh.
Not really, no. Right now, it's worse.
That's terrible.
How's your investigation?
It's also tragic.
That's assuming he finds. Otherwise, you'll be no better.
Let's move on.
No.
I asked the other rangers.
Very pessimistic.
opinions of you. We'll start with. She was grateful for your timely arrival and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates.
That's
Nia
right.
says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on her.
Even though, spoiler, he's the bad guy.
Exactly. Feel? No need to make it harder than it all.
Let's continue. We've got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He
They always
said
make
you
it sound
tried
like they're gonna
to
come down on you for something, but
help an informant. And you were right to do so. Helping
yeah,
people is our
absolutely.
most
I know what I'm doing.
important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the
Very
initiative.
impressive.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco.
I sure did.
Graziani. Is that so? Well, I hope that there's nothing wrong with feeling fear.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you... I suppose underestimating...
I took great pleasure in ending his life.
I thought
I usually don't pick the dark path there, but I always could. I always think about it.
Loyalty to Hull and the First Cavalry. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a...
I know, but this is important. I've done it.
Hey, Plushie's back there.
Encryption on the... Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to...
The factory. That was our nickname for the main facility where the mech...
See? It all ties together.
Under the terms of the peace treaty,
Very
they
convenient.
shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. The facility was on Arcturus.
They'll make sure none of them survive.
There could be a dead end, but if it's not...
Alright, give me one quick second. I have got a sick cat I gotta keep an eye on. He got down to go do something, and I want to make sure he's not hurting himself or something. He's in kind of a bad way. I just lost a cat a few days ago, and his brother is coming down with something just like his. So, give me a quick minute. I'm gonna check on that, and I'll be back. Okay, he's alright. I mean, he's not alright because he's sick, but he's okay where he's at right now. He had to go drink some water, I think. So anyway, time to go fight these guys. Yeah, I'm a pet person. I've had cats pretty much my whole life, and they get old and they get unwell, and there's only so much you can do for them. And he's probably 14, 15 years old. His brother, who just went a few days ago, was uh, was 16, I believe. So that's what happens. It's tough, but I'm keeping an eye on him. I'm not. I'm holding out hope for him. I'm giving him medicine and things, and come back over. You gonna come back up? You got it? I got you. There you go. Still hopping up on the couch. Good boy. Good boy. You gonna sit with me? Hmm? Yeah, okay. You can sit with me. It's okay. Alright. He's here doing okay. He's not feeling good, but he'll be okay. Anyway, back to the mission. We probably have enough time to finish this mission before we're done for the night. I usually only stream for about an hour or so. Unless, the Uncanny Alchemist tops in and we're on a roll through Diablo, and then we go nuts. Uh-oh. I was gonna have a drink, but I guess I gotta fight. Uh-oh, there's more over there. Got him. Scratch my eye over there. Okay. Oh, there's more. Not just hit you dead. You're right, you didn't. Alright, are we done here? Now I gotta loot all this stuff that you left behind and then land and fight the rest of you. Alright, what do we got up here? Do a boost. Got there. Let's get this one. One more left. Then we can land and finish off this mission. Yeah, how you doing, buddy? You doing okay? That's a good boy. I got an itch. Side here. Okay. Alright, let's see how it goes. Now I can have that drink. Had a bug fly in my drink. It's out now, though. That's the thing about my streams, too. Like, this is just real life. Things happen. Sometimes I got cats to attend to. Sometimes I gotta fish a bug out of my drink. I don't re-edit anything after I'm done. I just try to be as authentic as possible. Right, Mr. Man? He's got one older brother left over here. The two brothers, they're the last of their family. They lost their mom cat a year or two ago. One of the younger brothers around a similar time. There's a genetic thing that only one of them so far seems to have not caught. He's healthy as a horse. The older brother here, he doesn't seem to come down with anything. He's fat and happy his whole life, but the rest of the family seems to have some kind of genetic something or other where at a certain point they get some kind of disease and their insides just start shutting down. I've tried talking to vets about it, and the vets are just like, well, we don't know what to do, it's genetic. So, I don't know, that's how things go, though. Everybody's different. Alright, that's enough running around looking at the wildlife. Scanning everything. One of these days I'm going to try to visit every single planet in the game and scan all the wildlife that I can. Just to see if it's possible. Because it's not like No Man's Sky. It's not like there's an infinite amount. But there are a lot of planets. Yeah, you're right, Fire Panda. And we had a dog. We had dogs and cats for quite a while here in my household. And the last dog we had was the oldest. She had been my wife's dog. Um, and we had her for a long time, and she came down with basically doggy dementia. She couldn't remember things. Sometimes she didn't always remember that she had to eat or go to the bathroom, so we had to help her with things. And that was a difficult situation because she was a great dog too, and I did a lot to try to improve her quality of life. And we lost her last year, and she was the last dog. It's tough when they have lifespans that are so much shorter than ours. You know that if you have a pet for a long time, eventually you're gonna have to say goodbye to it, and it's tough because you don't want to. But you appreciate the time that you had with them while you had them, and you give them the best life that you can give them, and make sure they're happy and comfortable, and you know. All right, buddy? Yeah, I hear you. Give me a little meow. A little bit of a meow over here. He's a good boy. I had a dog for the longest time. Um, he was almost 20 years old. He was a little fluffy dog, and I had him when I first moved out of my folks' place in my first apartment. I had him when I moved to my apartment across the state. I had him when we moved to this house here, and he had epilepsy and various things. Like, it was... he was a crazy boy, but he was good. He was a friend. And I still feel it, like, every day, every year around the time, because 2 days after we brought my daughter home from the hospital, because my daughter had just been born, when my daughter was a newborn, 2 days after we brought her home from the hospital, he had a seizure, and that was it, because he had that stuff. So, and I miss him every day. But I'm glad I was able to give him the best life I could give him. Best food and the best attention and everything. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Man, this stream got to be a bit of a downer for a few minutes there. I feel bad, but it's life. It's what happens. You know, that's life. It's okay to talk about it. Oh, there's these people always coming in trying to sell me viewers. I'm not gonna buy viewers. I'm just gonna ban you instantly. I don't know why they do that. Like, it's bots coming in trying to sell you. Whatever. I don't fall for that kind of thing. I'm quick with the ban button for anybody trying to sell me viewers on Streamboo. I've never been to Streamboo. I don't want to go there. I don't want to buy viewers because that's going to get me banned from Twitch. Because they know that you do that. I don't need that in my life right now. I got enough going on here.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the
I guess so. I don't know you, sir.
cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy, corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was.
Not really.
I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
I bet. But I won't. Because I'm just going to do this kind of stuff. You know, whatever. I'm just going to play around and do what I do. What kind of magic spell to use? Yes, Dead Space 2 is my favorite game of all time. Dead Space 2 is fantastic. The first game is great. Don't get me wrong. And the remake is really good, too. The remake corrected a lot of problems that the first one had. But the voice acting isn't as good, and some immersion isn't as good. But Dead Space 2, oh, it's fantastic. Like, that's a game I can play on the highest difficulty and feel fulfilled. Like, I can play it on any difficulty and not mind, because it's just such a solid game. It's difficult, but it is... You get into it. The storyline is fantastic. The level design is good. There's a part where you go to a school, and it's not just a school, it's like a preschool, and it's elementary school, and the kids have been turned into the monsters, and oh my gosh, it hits you. Oh, it's so creepy, it's so good. And I'm not, like, masochistic with my games. I don't want to play dark games just for the fact that they're dark. But just the way that they did it, like, you feel for it. You get into it, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is really hitting that spot. Dead Space 2. Favorite game of all time. 100%. Love that game. I'll always go back to it. And, I should stream more of it. I'm in the middle of a playthrough on the save that I have right now, and I want to start it from scratch and do a complete playthrough from start to finish again on stream. Because I've never done a complete stream playthrough of that one. I've done the first one, but I haven't done the second one on stream as a full playthrough, just a couple of levels here and there. It's just great. It's fantastic. I wish there are other games that I wish were more like that. Like, Alien Isolation, I think, if you could fight back more effectively. Because I'm not into the horror style games where you have to run from the monster constantly and you can't do anything about it. You can't scare it off or fight it off or do something to it. Like if you don't run fast enough, it gets you and then you're dead. Because my reflexes, my reaction time isn't as good as it used to be. So I'm never very good at it anymore. But if you could effectively fight a little bit, like not necessarily kill the monster, but at least fight it off, or you can do what you need to do, I would enjoy it a lot better. Because I love the Aliens franchise, too. I love that. Alien and Predator and all that. And I want to get through that whole game, because I like what I've played of it. But it's just so difficult. Having to sneak past the androids and hide from the alien. And I get why. I understand, because it's just like the movies. The alien is going to get you because it's a superior organism. So you have to hide from it. I get that, but I want to fight things more. And I don't have to beat them in the fight. I just have to fight them off and be able to continue with what I'm doing. Because the atmosphere is what I like. But, good question, though. Appreciate that, Fire Panda. Definitely good question. I also like Mass Effect 3. I know people have problems with the ending, but I think the game as a whole, even with the ending, I still think it's a great game. I still think it was well put together. And I don't know. I still respect it for everything it was. Knights of the Old Republic 2. Older game. Definitely older game. But a great game as well. It's backwards compatible, so you can play it, because they put it out on the first original Xbox and on PC. I liked Knights of the Old Republic 1, but the second one got into some really deep concepts about the nature of morality and about how decisions aren't always black and white, that there's a lot of gray area with everything you do. There's not necessarily just a light side and a dark side. There's levels and there's gradients to it. And Knights of the Old Republic 2 really got into that in a good way. Despite the fact that the game wasn't complete, like it wasn't finished, they had cut content, all kinds of problems with it, but still, fantastic depiction of how morally gray the universe actually is, rather than just a cut and dry, this is good and this is bad. I mean, there are things in life that are definitely like, this is good and this is bad. But there are a lot of things that aren't, and I think it did really well at illustrating that. Knights of the Old Republic 2 is probably my second favorite game. Which is interesting, because apparently my favorite games are all sequels.
At the Battle of Mira, the First Cavalry was destroyed.
Yeah, I'm iffy about horror games myself. Like, if I can do things, I like them better. But if it's all just running from the monster or running from the killer, I don't know. I don't do as well. I played Call of Cthulhu, which was a decent game, but there's a section in that where you have to sneak around this monster that comes out of a painting, and you have to find the painting and stab it with a knife. And just sneaking from place to place, because it can't see you, but it can hear you, because that's, horror logic. It's a monster. It's got no eyes, but it's got great hearing. So you have to lure it places by making noise, but then creep away, because if it sniffs you out, because it's good at smells, it can find you too. And that part gave me fits. I played that part over and over and over. Because I just don't have the reaction time for that kind of stuff. And I understand the reasoning for it. I do. Because it's a horror game and you're supposed to feel like you're kind of helpless against the monster and whatever, but I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at it. And Dead Space at least lets you use the tools and the weapons and the various things, and it lets you be involved in the decision of whether you live and die in the game. And I think that's important. Because I'm a big fan in life about having choices. I think there's always a choice in everything you do. I don't think anything is just no-win scenario. I think you always have a choice. And, so if I have the option to at least choose the path of different things in a game, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better about it. Don't run up there. I'm gonna have to get you. What are you doing? There you are. What other games do I usually like? I like Dragon Age. I haven't played the newest one because the tone of it. I know there's a lot of controversy about it, and I'm not, I'm not into controversy stuff. And I don't care about that kind of thing. But I think the art direction and the tone of it is a little different from the previous games, and it's not as interesting as what I liked from the first three games, really. But yes, J did J. This is modded Starfield, 100%. Thank you for joining us. It's me and Fire Panda having a conversation about different things. So. He's just walking around like I'm not even here. That's funny. Anyway. These guys. This stealth ring mod is ridiculous. Like, they don't see you at all, so you just pop off on all of them. It is overpowered. It's way overpowered. Like, there's no reason for me to be this overpowered. Other than for me just to have a bunch of fun with it. Oh, there's still people in here I gotta shoot. Hey, I walked right past you. Missed him. The hitboxes on these are kind of ridiculous. I don't know about all that. Oh, how do you feel about that, sir?
You come here seeking justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Winning the battle and the war. When the ceasefire order came down. Now there's a dead
I don't know about all that, sir.
The people of the Free Star Collective are going to pay.
He's dead. Where are you at, my guy? Where you at, huh? Are you down there? Where you at? Oh. There you are. Gotcha. Alright. This stealth ring is ridiculous. Like, it is so overly, like, dramatic how they can't see a thing. I probably should turn it off, because this is... Sometimes this is really ridiculously bad. I'm right behind him, and he's just like, ugh. Anyway. Where are we going? Where do we go now? I did that. I have no idea where I'm at. I don't know where I live anymore. I'm stuck on a rock. No, that's a barrier. Anyway. Goodness. Where do we go now? Let's finish that off. We're over our hour, but we have to finish this mission anyway. We're very close to the end. If anyone would like to hear my thoughts on things outside of games and just life in general, I do have a podcast. It's Uncanny Media, the show. If you look up Uncanny Media, you'll find the website uncannymedia.net. And if you scroll down on the homepage, you'll be able to find the podcast episodes. The latest episode is called State of the Union. And I have another one coming out probably this week, Wednesday morning, where I'm going to be reviewing SummerSlam 2025 if you're into pro wrestling at all. And I'm also going to be talking about how I stopped using Twitter, X, and Blue Sky, because I'm not really into those. I mean, I had them for a few minutes, and then I was kind of like, okay, whatever. But, and I'm going to talk about the various house plants that are in my house that my wife just puts everywhere. It's the house plant apocalypse. I'm not, I'm not going to complain, though. I mean, she can do what she wants. It's okay. There's just a lot of plants all over the place, and it kind of drives me crazy. But it's okay. It's something she likes to do. I've got my own stuff that probably drives her nuts, too. So, it's not like it's not grounds for divorce or anything, alright? I'm not just going to go on and complain and be like, my wife, she's such a whatever. No, it's not that kind of thing. I'm not a jerk like that. I mean, I am kind of a jerk sometimes, but I'm not a jerk like that. Anyway. Who are you? You're dead, whoever you are. Somebody over there. Who's this? Oh, you're dead now. Also on UncannyMedia.net, you can find episodes of This Uncanny Earth, which is the show that myself and Uncanny Alchemist from here on Twitch, that's what we do. We talk about paranormal, we talk about world events, we talk about, various different things. We've covered a lot of topics over the years. So, there's a lot going on. Oh, I got a sprain. I've been sprained. So definitely check that out. It's all on the website. UncannyMedia.net. It's easy to navigate. It's clean. There's a lot of stuff there. We also have affiliates that you can check out. We have a recipe page called Cooking Basically that she's a friend of ours, and she makes all kinds of good food. Like, oh my gosh, I would love to eat it. She lives in a different state, so I can't just go there and be like, hey, can you make me this? But she's a good friend of the show's.
You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them.
I know that, sir. Mods.
More like you in the war. We could have planted our flag in New Atlantis.
Hey, I live there.
Not the way it should have.
Huh.
Of course, I can't expect you to understand what we sacrificed, what we lost. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you.
No, I guess I don't.
I watched brave men and women torn. I saw mech pilots cooked alive. Those deaths didn't have to be me.
Well, that kind of sucks for you, sir.
Spineless leaders gave up on us. You really want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Deputy, but if you still want the truth. Not long after I started the First, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone.
I know who it is already. I've played this mission before.
I refused to work for a shadow. Imagine he offered me a lucrative contract to take
Ron
possession
Hope,
of
the
certain
guy who
farms
owns
around Blue Star Space.
Hope Tech.
Sure I did. The money was good, but the payback.
The payback.
If I could avenge my men, make some credits, and eventually expose a member of the council, well, that.
They are corrupt.
I'm gonna make this easy for. I'm gonna die the way I lived. But first, here. When the next war comes, now my unit's waiting for me. Goodbye.
No, I've tried to, like, shoot him with a non-lethal weapon so I could take him in, and it won't let you do that. The game forces you to kill him, which is kind of a pain. I would have loved to take him in and use his testimony, but whichever. But we finished that up. We've hit the last of our hour. I want to thank Fire Panda and Jaded J for showing up in the chat. I appreciate the discussion. Especially, thank you, Fire Panda, for asking me a lot of good questions. I appreciate it. And I'm always here late at night, usually between 11 and 12 Eastern Standard Time in the late evening. So if you're up and you want to watch some games, I'll usually be playing things around that time for about an hour at a time every single day of the week, usually without fail. So, thanks for watching. Have a good night.